Look, me and Chris out here just started on this place back in South Arkansas again, and I looked up and I said, Chris, look at that horn up there. And I'm gonna tell you guys, it's not just a horn. It's a big horn, Christopher. That's a big one, Papa. You making stuff up just for fun. That's what y'all gotta watch out for Chris Parnell. If you ever go shed hunting with him, he'll start saying stuff just because he wants to be the one that found it. So he just randomly be like, there's one right here. It's an oldie, but it ain't bad. Ugh. Last year's horn. Chris found himself a big old deadhead. Chris, turn around for me. That's a good one right there. I just looked out here and seen another, looks like a chalk, but we're gonna ease out that way to it. Man, whenever they do these burns, these horns look way bigger out there at a long ways distance than they are, but. Oh, these old horns. I like it. Looks like, ooh, I think that's a piece of candy. Well, it is definitely a horn. Got Christopher over walking that line. I'm walking this one here. Not a bad one. Not no huge one. Another old one, but like we always say, we ain't no horn snobs. All right, guys. Still walking. Here's my first shed. And it is an old one. Yeah. Ancient. Not very big. Chewed up. Old piece of chalk. I've seen this one. We was just discussing on keeping the sun to our back or our faces. And he picked that first one up. It's in his paw.
I don't think it's a match.
Then he said, there's a match. No, I'd say no. I'd say no. Chris just now trying to explain to me where he was going. I was explaining to him where I was going. Looked over. And it's another chalk, but I like those long main beam horns like that. Or tall tine, or short tine, or thick, or thin. Hell, I like them all. I'm just a sucker for a nice rack. I don't know what to say.
Hey guys, walking these little bumps out here, and I'm really surprised. Up until now, I haven't found one. You know, just hitting these little high spots. These deer like to get up here and bed up, and found an old one. He ain't big, but it's a piece of candy. Old chalky ones, but I'll take it. Ain't no horn snobs here. On to the next one. Bump these bumps. All right, like I said, going from little bump, little hump to hump, and then walked up on this one. Piece of candy. I think that might be. Oh, that's last year's. Had a little more color on it. A little bit better horn, a little quality. I'll take it. Good little deer. So, stay with us. On to the next one.
I was actually walking down this line, as you can see here, and there's like, I don't know, probably 8 or 10 deer bedded up in front of me. And I turned around and looked back. Always look back. That's a real nice set of last year's horns.
I
like it.
Hey, you guys probably can't see that, but that's a good little crossing right there. So I thought, well, heck, let's run up here and see what we got. And bebop on up here, 8 or 10 steps, and the wildest thing ever. Oh, it's a broken. When I walked up, I thought it was a deadhead, that had shed, and I'm like, that is the craziest thing ever. But it's just so old that it just fell apart. That's nuts. All right, another deadhead or match set, whatever you want to call it. Let's look at it. Yep, still connected. 2 pieces of candy.
Chris is over here saying that I'm trying to take his sheds, and I even seen it and said, but he had already walked through the hole that I walked into to see it. I told him, I said, I'm not being competitive out here. You can have this horn, but I need you to look right there. And this nasty thick stuff. Oh. Huh? It ain't bad. It ain't as big as what you think. It's just white. Oh. I mean, we'll take it. Because like Mr. Camo Dust said, we ain't no horn snobs out here. Chris and I sitting here walking, Mr. Camo Dust. And I looked down and said, oh, look at that little horn right there. I told you guys I wasn't no horn snob. But I'm going to pitch this in. Blue piece of candy. Right through there. See that tan sticking up, boy? Just ain't seen it. He gonna act like he's seen it. He ain't seen it yet. I seen the eye guard, boy. He got a good eye guard on him. That's what I seen first. I looked up and I was like, oh, look at that. Let me get over here. Sorry, guys. It's thick over here on my right where the horn's at, so it's hard for me to spin it around and show you yet. Hang on just a second. Here we go. Hey, so just know when that was a new horn, that was a good one. We'll take those all day long. Little piece of candy. Look at the little guy there. Ooh, Chris, you gonna pick him up? Or you gonna leave him there? Chris, he ain't gonna put him in. I'm walking.
Hey, that might be the first brown.
No, it's not a brown. It's too white. But y'all look at that. Just them tines up right there. I don't think so. Chris thinks it might be a brown. I think it's the last year's horn is what I think. That's a pretty little horn though. Yeah, last year's little horn. I like it. I think we just found the first brown of the day. And I think it's a brown that is a brown. It's not that big. Oh.
They lay pretty out here in this short stuff.
I mean, that's not a bad horn. Ooh, piece of candy.
All right, guys. Clifton's about 100 yards ahead of me on the right side of this little draw right here. And walking up here, found some bones back a little bit, about 15 feet, but look what's laid up in there. Got an old nasty chalk deadhead. Let me switch hands. Look at that. Man. Old deer. Man, they get in these nasty stuff, and you gotta think it's all like that right there, you know, just nasty. And I guess these old boys, they shoot them, can't find them. But that's it. Let's go find another one.
I think this is a deer head, possibly a dead head. Looks like just some tines sticking up, kind of in a washout area. Oh yeah, it is for sure. Oh wow, that's a lot better. That's a lot better deer than I thought it was from back there. That's a whole lot better deer than I thought it was. So what's funny about this, guys, that is a hammer. But what's funny about this is when we was walking up, I told Chris, I said, hey, I've got some jawbones, be looking for a deadhead, and he just hollered and said he found a big deadhead. And he ain't 80 yards from me. He ain't gonna believe this. I'm actually trying to walk back to Chris right now, but I looked up. One piece of candy. I just walked through here. Probably not, I don't know, 30 yards on that little knoll right there. Couldn't see it from there. I found another shed. What's going on, guys? So, got Mr. Chris Parnell over here with me. Mr. Camo Dust, as you see there. Anyways, so we come out here today. What we've been here about 2.5 hours?
Yeah, we haven't been here long.
2.5 hours. We've got 16 sheds and 4 deadheads in the 2.5 hours we've been out here. Only 1 brown out of the batch, but is what it is. Like I said, we came down to this place, what, 2 years ago, or was that last year?
I think it was 2 years ago.
I think it was 2 years ago that we came down here. Anyways, we came down here 2 years ago, and we didn't do very good, honestly, because it was all sage grass, but they burn it. So we're having a pretty good run. Same place I was at the last video y'all seen. So anyways, the only brown we found was that guy. It's a pretty good one. I found a set there. Chris found that real wide deadhead 8 over there, and this little thick dude here. And then what was funny is actually when Chris found that one, I had yelled at him and I was like, hey, I was like, hey, Chris, I got some jawbones over here. And then he said he had some bones, and then he was like, I found a head. And I was like, all right. And then I walked like another 30 yards, and there was mine. So anyways, guys, we appreciate y'all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, I did.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We still got some more shed hunting to go. It's only the 1st of March. So until next time, guys, we'll see you from a tree.